The latest video from Beyond Key talking about how to use different parts of the Microsoft 365 ecosystem. Today, we're going to talk about something really cool. We're going to talk about how do you use employee onboarding and how it can help your organization and the tools we use for that. So specifically, there's 3 tools we're going to talk about. They're all integrated into one place. The first one is SharePoint. The second one is our employee onboarding SPFx, in which we actually created as an add-in at Beyond Key for SharePoint. And then third is Microsoft Copilot. Microsoft Copilot's a new generative AI tool that Microsoft created similar to ChatGPT. So with that said, let's talk about how these 3 things work together and how your organization can use this information to grow your business and help make sure your business processes are a little less stressful. So what we have here is an employee onboarding. So any large organization that's growing or any small organization that's becoming a large organization needs to have the right type of tools and the right type of systems in place to make sure you onboard people correctly. It's great to have. SharePoint's a natural location for it because it's a document management system and you can store all of these different documents here. In addition to that, by the way, I do like to point out the fact that SharePoint has enterprise level security systems to make sure that all of your personnel information is secure. What we created on top of SharePoint was an onboarding demo, as you can see here, and it helps you go through that process. In another video, we could actually share with you how that onboarding process works and the steps and how you can manage it and track it. For this specific video, we want to just share with you how the BuddyBot chatbot that we created works. So the BuddyBot chatbot that you see right here, it's on the left side. It's essentially a small chatbot that we use creating Microsoft Copilot. Microsoft Copilot, again, generative AI. So basically it answers your questions for you. Well, why is this helpful? What does this mean? How can this help my organization? All very good questions. So as you can see, I've already been asking it a few questions right now. One of the things I asked, what is employee onboarding? And it actually gave me a summary of what it is and how it works for the organization. Then it also cited different documents as well. And you can see here in the citations, it tells me where they got the information, that they didn't just make it up. It's data from your organization. Well, how does this help? So let's say you're an employee of the organization. I'm not talking about this from an admin perspective. I'm talking about this from an employee perspective. You decide you want to come in and you have questions about, hey, what's our leave policy? Now, I obviously see that our leave policy document is right here on the right-hand side. Let's say I didn't see that. Let's say I have specific questions about the leave policy. For right now, we're going to keep it simple and say, what is the company leave policy? I'm going to enter that into the chatbot, and it's going to pull information from this document. Like I said, I know it's right here, but let's say it wasn't right here, and it actually outlines the various leave policies. So things that you wouldn't even probably think about, like jury duty. I mean, I've had jury duty. It's not fun, but you still need to talk about it and how it works. Maternity, paternity leave, bereavement, sick, annual leave, all these different procedures and how you should be able to request time off for leave with HR. And it then cites the different sources here, including the leave policy document here. And then apparently there's a second citation here as well. So apparently they cited everything from the same place. They were just using 2 different parts of the document. But the goal here is to help make it easier for employees to find information they need about specific guidelines and information, so they're not spending their time looking at what your policies are. Instead, they can do a quick search, they get their answers, and then they can be more effective with doing the work that they need to do the rest of the day. That's really the point of this, is to make sure that you're working smarter, not harder. So if you have things in here that you want to put, if you have questions that employees are continuously asking you, definitely think about adding a BuddyBot chatbot. As you can see, it's really simple to do. We could talk to you more about that if you're interested. Reach out to us using the link below. And with that said, thank you so much for joining us on this quick video. Also, if you have any questions or comments, put them in the comments below. We'd love to hear more about how you could use SharePoint, the employee onboarding add-in we have, and Microsoft Copilot together to create a better system for your team.